Hello everyone, this is probably our very first video that we made, and yes, despite that we are going to straight be telling about Dehya's rumor and also how people have been trashing on her, and also how we think that she is actually not that bad if you use her in a specific team, to be exact, which I will explain just in a bit.
Now Dehya is going to be an upcoming Pyro Claymore user that's predicted to release on patch 3.5 along with a new 4-star character. And about Dehya, just a bit about Dehya's stats and also kit. She's going to ascend on HP, which is around 28.8% bonus HP at level 90. And also at level 90, she's going to be having 15,675 HP, 265.49 attack, and also 627.91% defense. I think for the basic attack, I think it's just pretty normal. It doesn't have anything special about it, but her basic attack animation does look pretty dope though. She will summon one Fiery Sanctum Field, and this Fiery Sanctum Field will deal AoE pyro damage when she does a special attack, and this special attack is called the Ranging Flame. And once she does the special attack, she will move or kinda summon a new Sanctum Field marker. And in the description, it says that when an opponent within a Fire Sanctum field takes damage, the field will unleash a coordinated attack, dealing AoE pyro damage to them based on Dehya's attack and also max HP. And this effect can be triggered once every 2.5 seconds. Now, this skill for me seems to be similar to Albedo's E, or I think kinda like Yoimiya's ult. Now for the interesting part though, this part here, active characters within this field have their resistance to interruption increased, and when such characters take damage, a portion of the damage will be mitigated and flow into Redman's blood, which is Dehya. Dehya will then take this damage over 10 seconds, and when the mitigated damage stored by Redman's blood reaches or goes over a certain percentage of Dehya's max HP, she will stop mitigating damage in this way. For me, this particular description kinda make Dehya not as a DPS, but also like more a support. But anyways, moving on to her elemental burst. Basically, it looks like Ito's elemental burst. She just switched her weapon to pyro punches instead of claymore, and she also gains faster attacks, no interruption, and the faster she punches, the more attack speed she will gain. There's a catch though in her burst, because in this state, Dehya will be unable to cast her elemental skill or perform normal, charge, and plunging attacks. And the normal attack, Sandstorm Assault, and elemental skill, Molten Inferno, will be replaced by Roaring Barrage. Now, this is a very huge drawback since she wouldn't be able to pair with Xingqiu or Yelan as how the usual pyro characters will perform. Based on the people that have been playing on the beta server, they are basically complaining about her every day, saying that her numbers are not good as a DPS at all, and well, basically she just couldn't perform well. Now Dehya also have certain strengths, which is that the first one, based on her beta, her ultimate deals continuous pyro damage, which is I think around 10 punches, and these punches are uninterrupted attacks.
And also for the second strength, coming from her passive, when she uses her elemental skill, she will take 60% less damage when receiving damage from Redman's blood, and this effect can be triggered once every 2 seconds. And additionally, within 9 seconds after Dehya unleashes Molten Inferno, Indomitable Flame, she will grant all party members the Gold Forge form state, and this state will further increase the character's resistance to interruption when they are within the Fiery Sanctum field. Gold Forge form can be activated once every 18 seconds. And for her third passive as well, when her HP is less than 40%, they will recover 20% of her max HP. I think similar to Hu Tao's ult, something like that, I think, but I think just a bit lower, I think. And will also restore 6% of her max HP every 2 seconds for the next 10 seconds. Okay, never mind, that's actually pretty useful. And this effect can be triggered once every 20 seconds.
But again, I would say that she's not meant to become a DPS. You can see her being kinda like Konmi, which you probably don't use her on field for too long. you just kind of like swap to Kokomi and then you alt and then you switch back again, and that's also if you want to use her ult. But I think the role for Kokomi and also Dehya is, I think, is from the elemental skill, because because I think most people are kind of saying her trash because they're kind of like seeing her to become like a DPS similar to Hu Tao, or maybe like Klee, or maybe like Yoimiya and characters like that. But I would say that she acts more like a sub DPS or like a DPS support, or more like a tank, like a shielder, not a healer, a tank. Now, why we shouldn't judge her beforehand? Because first things first, we might be looking at a entirely new playstyle. Again, when Kokomi and Kazuha got released, people are kind of like trashing on them and they're basically sleeping on them until like certain patches ahead, they realize that Kokomi and also Kazuha, they're very important in their team comps, and they actually need them to support their DPSs and to support their teams. Like for example, Kazuha, his EM buff is just insane, and Kokomi, her healing and also her hydro application is very, very good. And well, I think it's kind of maybe cliche or kind of like hopium for me to say this. Whatever miHoYo put in beta, they still can change. So again, I'm not saying that you should always pull for her. I would say that Dehya is a character that you need to pull if maybe just like kind of like her design and stuff. But I would say that if you want to like kind of experience a new gameplay and you want to kind of experience a new playstyle in Genshin, you might want to pull for Dehya. Also, especially for like high-end, like the end game content players, I do think that like at this point you can just pull for any characters that you want, to be honest. Like, anyways, I think that's all for me. I'll be making like later on. I'll be making a certain build for her, like the team comps and the builds, and also the playstyles in another video coming on. Alright, I think that's all for today's video. Please subscribe and hit the like button, because that would be very, very appreciated, and that would very much help us to improve again next time. And again, this is also the first long video that I made. Sorry if I did some mistake, and I hope I can improve again in the next upcoming videos. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.